The Animated Anarchy series presents the Animated Showdown.
All right, what's up, everybody? We are here on your lunch break. It is Wednesday afternoon, episode 14 of Animated Showdown. We only have 2 more shows left to go before we finish the first stage of this series, and it's really going to set the pace for a lot of what's going on. Of course, I am your host, Dutchie. Joined as always by the frozen right now. Well, now he's not frozen. Money E.
What up? How are you guys? Enjoying your life.
All right. Also joined by the apparently has a cactus in his chair and can't get comfortable, Sean.
Hello, guten Tag.
Yeah. And of course, Wildcard Dave.
The one and only.
Yeah. All right. So today's matchups here for Animated Showdown are MAGI, Labyrinth of Magic versus Rising of the Shield Hero, Amazing World of Gumball versus DINOSAUCERS, KAIJU number 8 versus Lazarus, and the main event is Goof Troop versus Animaniacs. Now, one important note to make with Goof Troop. Tim Frail, who has Goof Troop in his division, none of his shows have won yet. Goof Troop is the last one up. If Goof Troop loses, then Tim Friel will have a winless division, and he will join that. He will join Dave's sister Allie in that particular grouping. All right. So 5 categories are going to be picked from the randomizer. It's going to, and then once we get those categories, these guys are going to judge. 3-0 gets a show 30 points. 3-1 20. 3-2 10. The loser gets 5. If you are swept, you lose 10 points. So we are going to pull the randomizer up here. Going to share the screen.
Our favorite tool of use on the show.
Yep. All right. What do we want? What don't we want?
I would like maybe intro or animation style.
Okay.
I don't think we've had those in a while.
Well, theme song is definitely going to make the last battle tough. So,
not for me.
Well, it would be if I were judging, but anyway. All right. So here we go. Hit this once. And everybody can see this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right. Well, all right, Dave, you got it. Animation style. Animation, character development, voice acting, the M word that we don't like, and themes.
I got both of them that I wanted. That's what I'm talking about, baby.
Yeah. So we got theme song there. Who knows if we'll get to it, but we might. Voice acting, merch. So, all right. Animation. So how do we feel about these categories?
I'm fine with it.
I'm fine.
Maybe merch is so far down the line we might not even get to it.
Character development might be a little tricky.
All right. So first battle here tonight, or here today, is Magi Labyrinth of Magic versus the Rising of the Shield Hero. Magi is in the division of Sarah Russo. Rising of the Shield Hero in the division of Will Sharkey. We start with animation style. They're both animes. Dave, you're going to start.
Yeah, I like Magi on this one. I think they're more consistent and fluid with their animation.
Dave, you're cutting in and out. All right.
Can you hear me better now?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. All right. I picked Magi on this one. I feel like their animation quality is a little bit better, more fluid. I feel like in the Rising of the Shield Hero, they use CGI a little too much, and it takes away from some of the animation. It also has received some criticisms past like season season 1. Get past season 1 and you get into like season 2, 3, they bring more CGI in instead of doing animations, and I think it decreases the value of its animations.
Yeah, there was a lot of criticism for the later seasons of Rising of the Shield Hero, which I'm sure we'll get into. Eric.
I'm going Shield. I just thought that was more cleaner, but yeah.
Did you say Shield Hero?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you did.
Okay. All right.
7 minutes, 10 seconds.
Yep.
I have Magi winning this one here. I like the art style they used. And just all around, I just like the animation a lot more.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. Magi Labyrinth of Magic. He gets the first category, up 1-0. 2 more and they get a sweep. We go to character development. Who had the better character development? It just depends on how far you watched both shows, I think. And Sean, I'm starting with you.
So I only watched one episode of each, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But for right now, I have Rise of the Shield Hero.
Okay.
From what I've seen now, it potentially has more room for character development. Might change my answer in the future.
Very well could happen. All right, Dave.
This one was kind of tougher for me because both of them have some inconsistencies throughout their stories, which kind of bother me a little bit. They both have flaws with their character development, but I went with Magi here just because it has such a big, large supporting cast, and I feel like they make their strengths and weaknesses more realistic to where, like, when they do accomplish something, it seems so more like satisfying and more earned in a sense of their growth. So that's why I picked Magi here.
Okay. All right, Eric, you're breaking a tie.
I'm agreeing with Dave. Even though I only watched a few episodes, I saw more potential development in Magi.
Okay. All right. Tied 1 or no, it's 2-0. 2-0 Magi. All right. They can go ahead and win it here with the voice acting. Whose voice acting was better? Eric, we start with you.
Let me check. Voice acting. Shield Hero.
Okay.
I didn't recognize any of the ones, but just guessing. I guess Shield Hero.
Okay. Dave?
This
Please
one
agree.
was hard for me for voice acting because in season 1 of Shield Hero, they did a fantastic job with both versions, the English dub and the Japanese version. Magi, I mean, they kept their same cast and it's consistent. But Shield Hero, I mean, they changed their voice actor in season 2 for a couple characters, which kind of bothered me a little bit. But I'm going with Shield Hero just because it's season 1. That voice acting was spot on.
All right. Sean?
I had Magi winning this one just because of the consistency of the voice acting.
Gotcha. All right. Well, 2-1. Shield Hero's not going to get swept, but we move on to merch. Who had more merch? Who had better merch? You know, blah-de-blah. Sean, you're going to start.
I have Shield Hero winning this one. I've saw more of merchandise and stuff from their side than Magi had.
All right. Dave.
Oh, this one's tough because Shield Hero is more current. Magi, it had super high sales during its peak years. I'm gonna pick Shield Hero just based on relevance of now.
All right. And Eric.
I'm picking Shield Hero because it's more current now.
Okay. All right. We've seen that a lot this week. We've seen a show start out 2-0, and then the other show come back and make a battle out of it. So that's what's going to happen here. We end with theme song. Who had the better theme song? Dave, we're starting with you.
Ooh, I like both of their theme songs. They both, I think, had really decent theme songs, but I picked Magi on this one. I kind of liked it a little more.
Okay. Sean.
I also have Magi winning this one. Slight edge. I like both of them. I just think Magi was done with slightly better.
Okay.
Slightly cleaner.
Yeah. Eric.
I'm the opposite of these boys. I enjoyed the Shield Hero more, but slightly. Both were very good.
Okay. All right, so Magi Labyrinth of Magic is going to win this 3-2. They get 10 points. Rising of the Shield Hero gets 5. Up next, we have Amazing World of Gumball versus the DINOSAUCERS. Amazing World of Gumball in the division of Derek Elstrom. DINOSAUCERS in the division of Kathy Bianco. We start off with animation style. Gumball was 2000s. DINOSAUCERS was the 80s. Who had the better animation? Sean, I'm starting with you.
I'm going with Gumball here. They had the advantage with the upgraded technology and CGI, and I think there's decent detail for how quirky some of the characters look.
Yeah.
DINOSAUCERS is just kind of, that basic 80s animation and of dinosaurs. There's nothing really too complicated in that show. So.
All right, fair enough. Eric.
I'm going Gumball too. I thought it was more cleaner, more, just more better. I just thought overall.
Okay. All right,
More
Dave.
cleaner.
Yeah, I went with Gumball here as well. I think it's just more up to date animations than its rival that it's fighting against.
Okay. DINOSAUCERS, by the way.
I know who they are.
Just in case anybody else forgot. All right. Character development is the next category. Who had the better character development? Dave, I'm starting with you.
I went with Gumball here as well. I think their episodes were a little more episodic, and that creates a little more chance for character growth, I believe.
Now, didn't Gumball though have weren't they kind of split up? Were they split up into segments, or was it just like one like full episode all the way through?
It was one full episode from what I watched.
Okay.
Yeah, like 24 minutes or something like that.
Well, no, because like you have some shows that have like the two segments in one.
Yeah,
No, I know what
everything
he's
that
talking
I've
about.
seen
Like,
there were
Rugrats.
like 11-minute segments, but they're split into two. So like it would be technically episode 1 and 2 are one episode.
Yeah,
in a sense.
Right.
it would be
Shown in one episode, but two separate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
All right, Sean.
I also have Gumball here. I did not see much development in DINOSAUCERS. I feel like that show is just, this is what you get, deal with it. This is who they are. I mean, Gumball is pretty much the same, but there's slight change in some of the characters throughout their episodes.
A little bit.
That's why I had to give it to them slightly more than DINOSAUCERS.
All right.
It's hard with episodic shows, like cartoons, you know.
Well, yeah, and I kind of felt like DINOSAUCERS was more episodic because they were one straight episode all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
You have the two 11-minute segments, and DINOSAUCERS kind of had that plot of, okay, you know, it's these guys and they have the kids that have the rings, although the rings really don't do much.
Yeah.
Gumball, it's just kind of like, okay, he's he's just there. You guys obviously saw something I didn't, but Eric, go ahead.
I'm going with Gumball too. I just thought there was slight edge in character development.
Okay. I don't know. I didn't see it, but that's just me. All right. Voice acting is up next. Dave, go ahead.
Yeah, I went with Gumball here as well. I think they have a better voice acting cast. It's strictly the only reason why I picked them. I wasn't really a fan of either show's voice acting, but you know, research and seeing who's on what team and whatnot, you know, I think they have the better staff.
Okay. All right, Eric.
I'm going Gumball too. I thought the voice acting was more cleaner and, as they said, more recognizable actors.
Okay. And Sean, go ahead.
I also have Gumball here. Same reason. It's just a lot better. Not as boring.
All right. So, Amazing World of Gumball is going.
Whipped them.
Sweet.
All right. I was not expecting Gumball to win in a sweep, but that's what happens. I wasn't actually even.
I only had Dinosaur.
Huh?
I only had Dinosaur winning one category, so.
Yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, I don't think either one of them were really that good.
No, I wasn't a fan.
No,
of
I
either one.
didn't enjoy either one.
This is just one of those you have to pick a winner.
Yeah, precisely.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Up next is Kaiju number 8. All right. So Amazing World of Gumball gets 30 points. DINOSAUCERS loses 10. Up next, we have Kaiju number 8 versus Lazarus. 2 animes. So an anime battle here. Kaiju number 8 in the division of Matthew Gore. Lazarus in the division of Baron Ziegler. We start with the animation style. Like I said, they're both animes. Sean, you're going to go ahead and start us off here.
I have Lazarus winning this one. I just kind of like the, not 3D, but it's almost kind of comic book animation, modern comic book animation, I should say, not like 90s or 80s. So I just enjoyed it more. I thought it was a lot cleaner, a little more detail.
Right. All right, and Dave, go ahead.
This one was tough for me, because they both have different areas where they really touch on really well with their animation. Lazarus has more realistic, fight choreograph. It has cinematic visual styles. Kaiju 8 is more like large scale shonen action. Um, but I'm going with Lazarus here. It was a little more detailed.
All right, Eric.
Lazarus. I was going to say the same thing. More cleaner, more detailed. I just enjoyed it more.
All right, fair enough. Lazarus up 1-0. 2 more, and they get a sweep. And we now go to character development. And Eric, I'm going to start with you.
From the episodes I watched, I thought there was more development in the Lazarus.
Okay.
I forgot the guy's name, but I thought the episode I watched there was like some development there. I forgot the guy's name.
Okay.
Lazarus.
All right, Dave.
Yeah, I picked Lazarus here. I feel like it has a really more complex, deep, consistent character development. You have huge emotional struggles with Lazarus, who begins to question like her loyalty to her ruthless family and whatnot, and you have consistent focus on character growth. So I think Lazarus takes this one.
Okay. Sean?
I agree. I think Lazarus just has the depth for more character development than anything else. Dave pretty much nailed everything else on the head, but
All righty. We go to voice acting. Lazarus can win it here if they get this category. So, Sean, go ahead and start us off.
I have Lazarus taking this one. To me, the voice acting is pretty OP. It's a lot cleaner. I just like it, a lot more like up and down with some emotional scenes, I guess you can say.
Yeah.
So a lot more room. Kaiju wasn't bad. I just think Lazarus has it just being cleaner. At least that's what I heard.
I picked Kaiju number 8 here. It's generally more highly regarded with its voice acting performances. Also, Lazarus, its English dub has many negative reviews on its English dub. Its Japanese dub is excellent, but I would have to agree with their English dub. It's a little more bland and feels a little uninspired. Where Kaiju number 8, it's consistent. So I went with them.
All right. And Eric, you're going to break the tie here.
Kaiju number 8. I thought it was more cleaner and more. I just liked it. I just liked the voice acting more than number 8.
All right. So Kaiju number 8 is not going to be swept. They get a category here, and we move on to the next one, which is merch. And Dave, go ahead and start it here.
Yeah, I think this one goes to Kaiju number 8. It's a top 10 best-selling manga in Japan regions. It's got a lot of popularity. It has better sales in its comic book manga sales than Lazarus does. It has more global popularity. So I think it would sell more merch.
All right. I mean, it would make sense. Sean?
Yeah, no, I agree with Dave. I think Kaiju number 8 takes this one just for being a top 10 manga
In Japan. In Japan.
Well, but still.
Japan areas,
But still, I mean, that's still pretty huge.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
because that's where it originates from. So
Exactly, and how much competition it has.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right, Eric.
Number 8. Dave swayed me, so
Oh, I
he
didn't
knows
sway you.
more. So
I didn't sway you, Eric.
but
It's
he's
gotta be
anime
Dave.
king.
It's gotta be Dave.
Well, he's also a defense attorney by day.
Yeah.
That's true.
Apparently.
He did say Dave was, cooler than me. So,
I said he's the animated king, so that's why he swayed me.
I'm not a king of anime. I just watch anime and love anime.
Yeah.
I am anime.
Yeah. And anyway. All right. So now we have it is 2-2. We move on to the 5th category, and it just seems like that's how it starts. The show goes up 2-0. Then the next 2 categories, it's just like, oh no, we gotta make it close. We've done that like already. We did that 2 times on Animated Hour of Power, and we've already done it twice here. So theme song is the last category. Who had the better theme song? And counselor Dave, that would be you. You're up next.
Yeah, I picked Kaiju number 8 for this. I thought their theme song was better. I enjoyed it more. It's as simple as that.
Okay. Sean, is it really that simple?
Yeah, it was. I enjoyed Kaiju number 8 more than Lazarus's theme.
All right. And Eric?
I enjoyed on number 8 slightly better. I didn't both, but number 8 was slightly better.
Okay. So Kaiju number 8 is going to get the 10 points. Lazarus is going to get 5 points. We move on to our main event of the afternoon. It is Goof Troop versus Animaniacs. Goof Troop in the division of Tim Friel. Animaniacs in the division of Stephanie Cano, who recently has departed the Target store that Eric works at, and he's very disappointed. But life goes on, so he's just going to try to rig it for her to win this series. And we start off with, and by the way, what's big here is that if Goof Troop loses, then that means Tim Friel, for lack of better terms, is a loser. He will have a winless. He will have a winless division. And because none of his show, Rocket Power lost, although Rocket Power got points. Tasmania lost, although yes, Tasmania got points. And the Tick lost points because Kim Possible, kicked the Ticks, Anyway,
you're not a straight loser if you're getting some points out of it. That's like a hockey game where you go into OT and you still get a point out of it.
Yeah, well, this guy is so full of himself though. Sometimes because we used to do game nights here at the house all the time, and he would win everything, and he would let you know how good he was. So if I can basically kick him while he's down a little bit, I'm gonna shine up my shoes and do that. But no, I mean the fact that he is getting points.
I know.
Yeah.
The
fact that he's getting points, yes, that is good. But again, his divisions, nobody in his division has won yet. But we're going to see if Goof Troop does. We start off with animation style. You have Disney Animation versus Warner Brothers Animation. Whose was better? Whose was cleaner? And Dave, I'm starting with you.
I went with Animaniacs here. I think they had better quality. I think they also had a bigger budget.
I mean, I guess it kind of depends because both companies both companies now have big budgets. Although Disney doesn't have a big enough budget to make a deal with YouTube TV because they're pricks. But
What from what
Yeah,
I
don't get me started on that.
researched from on they had like more to work with, like
Yeah.
funds for their budget for animation.
oh yeah, that I don't doubt. And plus, also too, when this came about, this was one of the shows that they started that Kids WB with. Because the WB network came into
Yep.
into existence in 1995. Then they started Kids WB, which was their Saturday morning program block. Also,
Yeah.
it was an afternoon block as well.
Oh yeah, everybody watched WB growing up.
I know.
Yes, sir.
It came about. I was like 9 years old when it started, and I was still watching it. Like I watched Tiny Toons. I watched
Yeah.
Tasmania and all that stuff, and Batman and everything that was on there. So yeah, I watched it too. Everybody was at that time. So all right, Sean, go ahead.
I have Animaniacs taking this one. It's a lot better. Tenfold.
Oh yeah,
Eric.
Animaniacs. A lot cleaner, a lot more detailed.
Okay. All right, Animaniacs takes the first category. They're up 1-0. Two more, and they sweep. We go to character development. And this one I feel like is kind of tricky because I don't know. I mean, I think one show did it better than the other because I think, well, actually no, because I think both shows, or there were certain episodes where Goof Troop was kind of split up into two. They would have the two segments, and Animaniacs I think was like 3 segments in an episode. And to me, it's kind of hard to have character development when you're split up like that. But what do you guys think? And Sean, we're starting with you.
I'm still going with Animaniacs. I just think they had, slightly more space for the development than Goof Troop did, just because of what you brought up with it being split.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there wasn't much that I could see in either, but Animaniacs is a little more diverse in the character pool.
Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah, there was more characters too.
There's hundreds.
Yeah. In Goof Troop, you had Goofy, his son, the Pete's, and then there was no other like recurring
neighbors.
characters,
Yeah.
all just one-offs.
Yeah.
All right, Eric.
I think Goof Troop slightly. I just thought there was more detailed character development.
Okay. All right, Dave, you're breaking a tie.
Yeah, I put down Goof Troop here. I feel like the relationship, like the domestic lives relationship type deal, between Goofy and his son Max. I feel like that develops, and I feel like Max, he has clear development going through junior high. The ups and downs of going through that. So, I think they explore some domestic growth on Goof Troop, but
Yeah.
not a ton. Just here and there, casually.
Well, I feel like the development with Max, but I also do feel like there is development with PJ too.
Yeah.
Max's best friend.
Yeah.
The adults,
Yeah.
I don't think really develop at all.
No, not really. You see Goofy develop a little bit with his relationship with his son, but that's about
Yeah.
it. That's about it. It's not much. It's just a
Right.
little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you do see it here and there. So that's why I gave it to them.
Okay. All right. 1-1. It's been a while since something's been 1-1. All right. We go to voice acting. And who takes who has the advantage here in the voice acting? Dave, you broke a tie in the last category, but this time you get to start.
I went with Animaniacs here. I think it has superior voice acting, and with their range and dynamic ranges that they go with some of these voices for some of these characters.
Okay.
So that's why I picked that.
Yeah. I mean, and in Goof Troop, you have Bill Farmer, who's been the voice of Goofy for forever.
Mm-hmm. He's
you have,
great. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. Jim Cummings, who has voiced any Disney cartoon that there has ever been, he has been the voice of that. He's also done some Nickelodeon stuff too. Like he's the king of voice acting. But yeah, I do see what you're saying with Animaniacs, and Eric, you're going next.
Animaniacs, I thought there was more. It's more detailed and more cleaner.
Okay. Sean?
Animaniacs. It's funnier, a lot more range, a lot more drama, almost, I would assume.
Yeah.
Oh, the word I was looking for, versatility. They had a lot more versatility.
Yeah,
There we go.
that's a good way to describe it.
Well, yeah, because again, Bill Farmer, Jim Cummings, they are like the two men. Like everybody else in there, it's like they really don't even matter that much.
Right.
Like the other voice actors. You have more people in Animaniacs that play a role. So all right, Animaniacs is up 2-1. They can win it with the next category, which is merch. And all right, Sean, you're making a gesture, so you're going first.
Animaniacs, hands down. I don't think Goof Troop can even touch the vast range that Animaniacs has without going into like other just Goofy related other shows. So
Yeah,
basically off of Goof Troop, not Goofy.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because Goofy has a
Goofy
lot of merchandise himself. Like if the Goofy plush dolls and all that, that's not from Goof Troop. That's just from the fact that he is one of the oldest cartoon characters out there.
Out of them all, I've never seen one of Sam or of his kid.
Max.
Yeah, I don't know why I said Sam. But you never really see anything of Pete anymore. I mean, back then it used to, like you would see little action figures, maybe in a collection.
Yeah,
but it's based just off of Goofy. Like,
yeah, that's all you see. I mean, I have a well, it's not even necessarily Goof Troop. It's more the movie, the Goofy movie. I have a Goofy movie shirt.
Right. In Animaniacs, that just goes through the whole Warner Brother everything.
Yeah. Well, they had action figures. They they had the action figures. They had the Funko Pops. I'm pretty sure they had a comic book. I mean, most cartoons did.
I'm sure they do.
I know Goof Troop also, I believe, had one, or Goofy had one himself. But again, like you said, Animaniacs has more of a range.
Yeah.
Dave, go ahead.
Yeah, I would have to agree with Sean here.
Feels good.
Yeah, you kind of hit all the points that I was kind of going to allude to. So,
all right, Eric.
Animaniacs. Let's sweep this.
I think Danielle wants the battle to keep going.
No, she's yelling at the old dog to get outside because when we try to let them out, she just walks around the kitchen in circles.
She's like, I'll go out when I'm good and ready.
Well, she has a bladder issue, so she can't be trusted walking around.
Oh yeah.
So
all right, Animaniacs is going to win this thing 3-1. So they are going to get 20 points out of the deal. Goof Troop will not lose points, but they will not get points either. So Tim Friel is in the same category as your sister Dave, as he has a winless division.
at least they can share that together.
So, but So that 2 people right now, and still we only have 1 person that has a undefeated division right now. Again, this is only the first stage. We still have a lot more to go. Next week, of course, we finish up stage 1. In 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks from today, as a matter of fact, because this is airing on Wednesday. We will have the big Super Tunes, or if we can find a better name for it, the big Viewer's Choice special the night before Thanksgiving, Wednesday night, November the 26th. Again, 2 weeks from today, where we got some big battles there, including the big main event of G.I. Joe Real American Hero versus Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Both shows had very strong outings in stage 1. See if they could carry it on. Another battle that is big, as in both shows suffered defeats, but close, is Rocket Power and Teen Titans. They suffered close defeats in stage 1. They got, but they both got 5 points. Going to look to redeem themselves in this one. Sean, of course, almost walked off the show last week when I said that was one of the battles. Well, actually, it wasn't even off the show. We were already done recording by the time I said that. And of course, Batman the Animated Series versus Dragon Ball Z is another big one that's going to happen there. Batman lost to Yu-Gi-Oh! In stage 1. Dragon Ball Z swept somebody. It was a sweep. I know that. So looking to continue the momentum there. Plus 4 of the big battles, which we will get into over the coming weeks. But that is Wednesday night, November the 26th. But before we get there, we got to finish stage 1 before we move on to stage 2. And we will do that starting this Saturday for Animated Hour of Power, episode 15. And we will have Ben 10 versus David the Gnome, Sakurai versus Ishura, Black Butler versus Neo Angelique, Tailspin versus James Bond Jr. And remember, if James Bond Jr. beats Tailspin, then Nick Cosmo will, along with Liam Jolly, will have had an undefeated division in stage 1. And then, of course, the main event will be Action League Now versus Fate Zero. Animated Showdown next Wednesday afternoon. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood versus Beetlejuice. Sword Art Online Alicia Zatin versus Neon Genesis Evangelion. High School of the Dead versus The New Gate. The Black Lagoon versus Bobby's World. And Redo of Healer versus Devilman Crybaby in the main event. So,
Don't watch Sakurai with children around.
okay. So Eric, you can't come over.
What? Oh.
He said, "Don't watch Sakurai with children."
I was.
It just has like imagery that shouldn't be shown to kids.
I do have a show name for that. For
the
I have a
for the
show
viewer
name.
choice thing.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead.
Superpower Showdown 7. Wait.
Huh?
We already have the Animated Showdown.
Yeah,
Power
one of the
Showdown.
shows is already called Animated Showdown, or Eric.
Well, try and combine Power and Showdown combined, and
It doesn't necessarily. Let's still work on it.
yeah, I try.
Yeah, 2 out of 10. But all right, so that is what's coming up next week. Those matches for Animated Hour of Power and Animated Showdown. Then we will finish stage 1, and then we will kind of have a clear view of who's got the advantage right now, who's got a better division. who's got a really good division, who's got the best division, then who's got a really good division, and then everything in between there.
We already know the bottom two, so.
Huh?
I mean, we already know two of the bottom two.
Yeah. I feel bad for Dave's sister having to be in company with that other guy. But anyway, all right. So make sure to like and subscribe to the When Tunes Combine YouTube channel. And join the When Tunes Combine Facebook group, facebook.com/group/When Tunes Combine. Also, like and subscribe to the Wrestling Through the Years podcast YouTube channel. This Friday night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, we will be reviewing WCW Clash of the Champions Seasons Beatings from December of 1988. Also, make sure to like and subscribe to Eric's Unscripted Sports Show. You can see Sean on TCX Reaper, TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. Wildcard Dave will be found on Twitch at TCX Godsend 95. Catch the Stabcast with Dangle and Mindy, which usually airs on Sundays. And then, of course, the Dizzle 97 YouTube channel, where he's been pulling a lot of card packs. This past Saturday, he did Pokemon cards, and he's got a lot more coming up. We got more sports cards coming up as well. I believe by the time this airs, we will have already pulled packs from a 2008 box. So, all right, we will see everybody Saturday night.
When are you going to do that?
Well, if you just listen to me, since this is Wednesday, we probably have already done it. Since this airs on Wednesday.
No, because I was going to get live.
Follow, listen. Listen or follow my lips or something. All right, we will see everybody. We will see everybody Saturday night.